Okay, we are back. Last time when we left off on Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku 2, we had just beaten Android 18 as Vegeta. And now we're playing as Trunks, and we're on the lookout for Cell. I believe we're heading up to Ginger Town, which is where Cell was first sighted, when he started absorbing a whole bunch of people. So, anyway, let's get right into it. I did a bit of off-stream grinding just to get up to level a little bit. These enemies were giving me a difficult time at first, so I leveled up about 5 times. I swear I've said it before, but it seems like the enemies in this game have such a longer reach than you do. Okay. Okay. I think this is the way we came up, so we'll head down this way. Yeah. Heading down here. We should be just about at Ginger Town. There we are. Oh, no, we're not going to Ginger Town. We're actually going to find Cell's spaceship. Or, time machine. Four years ago. Okay, I don't think we can scan any of this stuff. We'll scan Bulma because she seems to change hairstyles every time the wind blows. Okay. We got the game saved. Got another golden capsule. Guess we're gonna head over this way. Have some more enemies to fight. Ooh, these enemies are good for grinding. Ooh, yes. So I'm just gonna grind this robot enemy real quick until we level up again. Hey Hylian, how you doing today? Glad you can make it by the stream. I'm grinding this Red Ribbon Army robot enemy right now. If you've watched Dragon Ball, you should remember that they battled one of these in the cave when they found the Dragon Ball down there. I believe they fought General Blue. What was his name? I'm doing pretty well. Glad to hear that you're doing well too. I did a bit of Black Friday shopping today, not a whole lot, and I actually got the windows tinted on my car. So, and now we find Cell's cocoon or shell. Yeah, it actually wasn't really crowded out today, which was kind of surprising. I had planned to get the windows tinted. That was really the only convenient day for me that they could get me in. And so I was a bit worried that it would be crowded at the shopping area, but it wasn't too bad. Okay. We are about to see Kamikolo. Yeah, I was a bit worried that there would be a ton of people. Um, I'm kind of concerned about the virus. I guess not concerned enough to completely quarantine. Um, but yeah, I was pretty glad that Black Friday was pretty manageable. I bought a few games today. I bought Maneater for the PS4. They had that at GameStop. I think it was like $13. And then I also got Yoshi's Crafted World for my girlfriend on the Switch, and that was about 27, which I think is a great deal for both. With Maneater, I actually got the free upgrade to the PS5 version, which was awesome. Have you played both of those games already? Cool, cool. Yeah, a friend of mine, he got Maneater on launch, and he was telling me I should check it out. I'm the type of guy, like, I like to wait for sales, so um, I waited, and I guess it paid off. Sorry if I'm going too quickly through the dialogue. I'm really not paying a whole lot of attention to the story. The Nameless Namekian. I always thought it was weird that in most of the games they handle the fusion with Nail and the fusion with Kami as if it's like a transformation. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I've played almost every DBZ game that's come out, and most of them. Ooh, looks like I'm gonna have to do some grinding with Piccolo. Most of them just follow the original story, and so I've seen I've watched the show, and I've played the games. So, but then again, maybe not everyone is too familiar with the property or with the franchise. I'm I'm gonna have to do some grinding with Piccolo, but I think I'll go to where that red ribbon robot is. Maybe grind there. Alright, we're 5 away. Ooh. They're giving me the rundown right now. Yeah, it was really popular back in the day. Let's do the transformation there and see if that will help a bit. So I'm gonna aggro one of these egg bots, and I'll just take him down. Ooh. I keep forgetting that they explode once you've dealt so much damage. Okay, level 21. I was almost dead there. Yeah, the transformations in this game, they really upped the character's speed, which was kind of surprising. I need to keep my distance. Those guys explode. Take him out with energy blasts. On the bright side, you seem to get a lot of EXP from these enemies. I'm just gonna skip over that. Okay. I think there's this. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I should have been grinding with Piccolo the whole time. Gohan's going to be very underleveled. I might end up switching to him for a bit. Or maybe grind off stream after I finish tonight. I always like to grind these enemies. These are in Boo's Fury as well, and they're big and they really can't hit you very often. They use the flamethrower, and if you just walk around it, you have no problem. They can punch, but they don't really seem to do that too much. Yeah, that really leveled me up pretty quick. Let's see if how quickly we can I hate that when you transform, when you run out of ki, you go back to your original form, and it kind of leaves you vulnerable for a second. So Hylian, when you planning to stream again? You taking a little break for the holidays? Oh, it's no problem, Highland. What kind of pizza did you get? Oh, okay. Pepperoni and cheese. Personally, I prefer Hawaiian. I know it's kind of controversial, um, but I love me some pineapple on pizza. I've never been a big pepperoni fan. I don't know why. Um, I can eat it, of course. I mean, pizza's pizza, but I would prefer either sausage or pineapple and ham. Oh, so you're a pineapple on pizza fan too? Well, it's good to know that I'm in good company. I'm just doing a bit of grinding here with Gohan. I realized that I haven't been grinding with my other characters as much as I should. Piccolo was about 6 levels below where he needed to be to get to the next area, so I got him up to level 25 or 26, and I'm gonna grind with Gohan a bit as well. Okay, that makes sense. I feel you. Sometimes I like to get like a barbecue chicken pizza, but that's like something I have to be in the mood for. So I completely get it. So do you know when you're gonna start streaming again? Or are you just taking a little break for the holidays for now? Oh, I completely understand that. Family's important, and nothing wrong with taking a day off. Okay, cool. Well, if I'm free tomorrow while you're streaming, I'll definitely check it out. I can't get enough Stardew Valley, so I don't mind popping in and just chatting. I finished installing most of my mods last night, or at least most of the mods that I want to get. Um, so I think if I stream tomorrow, I might stream Stardew, since I'm gonna try to do like every other day. It really is. It's a great game. I'm glad you recommended the Stardew Expanded. I really like it so far. I also downloaded a mod called Artisan Valley, and it uses a few JSON asset mods to kind of come up with, I think it's like 150 new items and then about 20 new machines. Um, Most of it's artisanal items you can make. Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to play with it last night. Um, I just downloaded the ones I wanted and messed around just for a bit, but I didn't get really deep into the new content. I since I installed so many mods at once, it's like I'm almost playing a completely new game. There's just so many new items and stuff. It's gonna have maybe a bit of a learning curve, which is nice because I played the game so much that I wouldn't really say it's getting stale, but it's nice to have something fresh. Oh, okay, okay, that's a good tip. I'll definitely do that. I went to most of the areas yesterday. Um, I did not go to the mines yet, and I haven't been to. Actually, I think that's about the only place I haven't been, other than like the desert that you have to unlock, um, and the area behind where the train goes, in the train area. I haven't been there because you have to play through like your first season to make it there, or to be able to go back there. But yeah, so far everything's going pretty well. All right. So I think I did not get any texture packs. The only thing I got that really alters the vanilla game's original assets, I got some new portraits, but I've actually been thinking about getting rid of those because I found another pack or another mod that actually gives like seasonal clothes to the characters, which I think will be really cool. And of course, the the pack of portraits that I got wouldn't work with that. Yeah, it's really cool. I think they also have. I'm not sure if it's built into Stardew Expanded or if it's like a separate mod you can download. But the new characters added with Stardew Expanded, you can also get seasonal clothing and portraits for them. I think for my first modded playthrough with the game, though, I'm going to keep it mostly stock in terms of textures, um, and then maybe down the road after I've played to satisfaction with the save I'm about to create, then I will maybe look at some new textures and things like that. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. Um, yeah, whoever, I forget the person's name, but they've done a great job with Stardew Expanded. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done grinding my characters up. 25 is a decent stopping point for Gohan. Now time to confront Cell in Gingertown. This was always one of my favorite scenes in the anime when Piccolo's at Gingertown and all those people have been absorbed, and it's just it's wild. Yeah, for real. And like the person that's working on Stardew Expanded, they're like constantly creating updates for it and working on updates, which is really exciting. Piccolo's just laying a beat down. Yeah, you remember the scene where Cell absorbs that guy and he's trying to give Piccolo money to save him, and like you watch the dude just like become old all of a sudden from being absorbed. It was really graphic but really cool. Yeah, and then I also really like the part where Piccolo stereotypically loses his arm. Cell absorbs Piccolo's arm, and then he just regrows it. Like, they love to show off the fact that Piccolo can regrow his limbs. That was kind of one thing that I missed with Dragon Ball Super. I feel like it didn't quite have the level of violence that Dragon Ball Z had, especially early DBZ. Like, if you remember during the Saiyan fight, Tien got his arm chopped off by Nappa, and that was just brutal. Whereas in Super, I don't really remember anything crazy happening like that. Yeah, I believe with Super they got a different time slot, and I think that might be part of the reason why Super is a little bit more toned down on the violence. It's just a massacre here at Gingertown. And there's the culprit. So have you watched all of Dragon Ball Super? Yeah, cool. I have to. I think you said you've been keeping up with the manga a little bit. I remember you talking about the new villain on there, and you said he's a beast. Um, like I said, I've been kind of trying to keep from spoiling myself on it, in hopes that one day they'll bring it to anime. Let's absorb Cell, or not absorb, scan him. Oh no. Alright, let's go Kamikalo if we get the opportunity. There we go. There we go. I'm not giving Cell a chance to fight back. Alright. So what did you think of Jiren? I really liked the design of Jiren, and up until I watched the Tournament of Power, I thought Jiren was really cool. I wasn't a huge fan of his personality, but I will say that he was kind of refreshing. Like, he wasn't so over the top. He's very stoic. Okay, so you really like the new villain? I can't wait to see him if they ever make a new anime or they ever make another saga of Super. Oh yeah, there we go. So as you can see, Piccolo appears to have lost his arm. I want to say in the anime though he absorbed Piccolo's arm and it just kind of shriveled up, and then Piccolo yanked it off. Here it looks like he blew it off with a Kamehameha. Yeah, sure. You can tell me the name. I don't mind that. Um, I just wanna I just wanna keep spoiler free on the plot, and you know, preferably on the design of the guy as well. Um, but definitely on the plot. Ooh, Planet Eater Moro. So is well, you don't have to answer this. This is just me thinking out loud. But like, is he kind of on the level of Beerus in terms of like a destroyer almost? That's pretty interesting. Wow, stronger than Beerus. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the next chapter of whatever they do with the anime, whether it's a new series altogether or if they just decide to come back with Super after a hiatus. I really like Super. I actually kind of like it more than Z, just because it has better pacing, and I kind of prefer, at least in terms of design, the villains of Super. You know, something that really came as a shock to me was the fact that Top was the like destroyer candidate for his universe. Um, that was that came as a big shocker to me at the end of Super. You know, I'm kind of conflicted on Frieza. Um, I feel like he's becoming like the, you know how with Pokemon they seem to really favor Gen 1. I feel like that's how they do with Frieza. It's like they keep bringing him back time and time again. Um, and I think the golden form is interesting, but I don't know. He just looks weird to me in the golden form. I'm not sure if like they drew him different with the golden form, but it seems like his face is fatter or something. Yeah, for real. I really liked what they did with him during the Tournament of Power. Like the whole time, I was like, why would you guys bring Frieza of all people? And then in the end, you know, he ended up being pretty helpful. They really threw a curveball with Android 17 though, because I was also kind of thinking like, he's not going to be very useful. And then he basically, from what I recall, was the one that won the tournament of power for them. For real, like seeing Goku master, or was it called? Did he master the Ultra Instinct form? I can't remember if he mastered it or if he just kind of gained a better understanding and knew how to use it. But either way, it was awesome. So I think we're just about entering the halfway point of this game, from what I remember. Maybe even a little bit over halfway. So I'm going to see if there's anything I can find around here. I remember seeing a golden capsule somewhere. Okay, alright. Yeah, like I said, it's been a little while since I've watched it, and so I couldn't remember all the details about it. Let's see, there we are. There's that golden capsule. I think we have 13 out of 25. I swear, I remember as a kid, it felt like there was like 50 of those capsules to find. So I don't know if I've asked you this before. Do you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure by any chance? Okay, let's go over here and save. See if we can switch characters. Yeah, we can. I'm gonna stay as Trunks for now. He is my most powerful. Okay, yeah, now I remember you mentioning you watched part 5. Part 5 is really good. I think they're all good, but I can understand that some people are not really into part 1. It really became a different show after part 2. Okay, let's see what we need to do over here. I think we need to go back to Dr. Giroux's lab, from what I recall. Gohan? Let's go ahead and get him and get that capsule. Ooh, my favorite DBZ game. That's a tough one. I'm inclined to say DBZ Budokai 2. It gets a lot of flack for the board game story mode, but I actually like that. I thought it was an interesting take on the story mode, and it's not really something that you see very often. Ooh, we got another type of wolf here. I really wish that DBZ Budokai 2 was included in the Budokai Remastered collection, but they only included 1 and 3. What about you? What would you say is your favorite DBZ game? I will say this though, Kakarot is high up there on the list as well, just for the visuals alone. Budokai 3, that was another great game. I don't know, I just really liked for one, I liked the cell shading on Budokai 2. I feel like they kind of lightened it up a bit with Budokai 3, but also that just amazing board game story mode. It was wacky and out there, and they actually took a bit of liberty with the story, which for purists might not be a good thing, but for me, I liked it. And the Tenkaichi games were awesome also. I had 1 and 2 on the PS2, and then I got the Wii, and I got Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii. And I didn't really like it as much because it implemented the motion controls, and I was used to playing them where, you're just kind of lazy sitting on the couch. You don't even have to move. So I didn't play it anywhere near as much as I played 1 and 2. So what would you say is your least favorite DBZ game, if you have one? Well, I need to get out of here, I think. Okay. I said, what is your least favorite DBZ game, if you have one? Christ alive. I think I know which one you're talking about, and if it's the same one I'm thinking about, it is by far the worst. It's called Dragon Ball Z Sagas. I remember looking forward to that game so much as a kid, and then I brought it home, and it was awful. Yeah, Sagas was terrible. Straight up, just awful. And that was back in the day when, I, from what I remember, um, stores wouldn't let you return a game if you had taken the plastic off. And so, like, I was basically stuck with that game, and I was not happy. Oh no, he nearly got me. Okay, so I thought we were supposed to come here to the lab. See what our objective says. Destroy the computer in his lab. Yeah, we're at the lab. I might need to come back as Trunks. I don't remember that because I actually never made it far enough to get to Frieza. Um, as bad as it sounds, I stopped like right after beating Raditz because I was like, this is terrible. Okay, Trunks. So we do have to come here with Trunks. Oh wow, so you got all the characters. That's some dedication. dedication that I was not willing to show for a game that I just felt ripped off with. But if you liked it, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Or at least if you liked it enough to get all the characters. Okay, Trunks is level 32, so he's good enough to get in the door. I don't think I've played Magician's Quest. It doesn't ring a bell anyway. Magician's Quest. Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar. What platform was that on? Ooh, that kind of looks like either looks like Frieza or Cell. I can't tell. Oh, you know what? I think I have heard of that game. Um, as I said, I used to be a huge Animal Crossing fan, um, and I think I came across it when I was looking up games similar to it, but I didn't get it for some reason. I don't remember if it was like too expensive or what. Maybe I just wasn't a fan of the art style. I don't remember much about it. Just want to make sure there's no collectibles in here before I leave. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might check that out. I'll have to look at some more videos of it and stuff as well. Alright, so we have destroyed Baby Cell. Let's go ahead and save here. Okay, cool. So it has some mysteries. That actually sounds pretty interesting. I like a good mystery game, mystery movies as well. So might be a refreshing take on the genre. Have you ever played Fantasy Life on the 3DS? It sounds pretty similar to Fantasy Life, but without their Fantasy Life doesn't have the mystery element. Ooh, it has dating too. That sounds pretty similar to Stardew in some ways. Yeah, I played Fantasy Life a little bit over the summer. I wish it was cheaper to pick up a physical copy. It's a very fun game. I like that you can switch roles and just kind of do your own thing. Focus on what you'd like to do rather than being kind of railroaded into a particular archetype. I would really like to see a port or maybe even a remake or a sequel of Fantasy Life on the Switch. That would be awesome. From what I remember, I tried the blacksmith role in Fantasy Life. It was pretty fun. I'd like to get the game and eventually play all the roles just to try them out. Fishing is very relaxing, so I can understand that. I used to like to do a bit of fishing in real life, but it's been years since I've done a lot of fishing, and I kind of got tired of it, I guess. I used to fish for hours in Animal Crossing Wild World, and it was just so much fun. And then in New Leaf, I actually completed the fish section and the bug section of the museum. I think I also completed the fossil section, but the artwork just takes so long. Okay, there's a fishing mini game in Ocarina of Time. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, for real. Like when they added in the, from what I remember, they didn't have statues in Wild World, and I want to say they didn't have them in City Folk either. Um, but yeah, when they added statues, it like became even harder because now you have not only fake paintings to look out for, but fake statues, and then before New Leaf, it was like completely random. So it just seems nearly impossible to get a complete art section at the museum. That's a good question. I don't really remember. I started playing games from a very young age. I know that when I was a kid, I had my parents' NES that I played a lot, and I imagine that Mario, Super Mario Brothers, was probably one of the first games I played. And then also, our neighbor sold us his Super Nintendo that I played a lot. I played the heck out of Donkey Kong Country 2. So those are some of my earliest gaming memories. And then the first gaming console that was actually mine and not like secondhand was a Game Boy Color that my mom got me. She got me that and Pokemon Yellow and then a Superman game. And so those were like my first. That's kind of what I cut my teeth on. What about you? Which gen did you start with, and which games? We're about to get to one of my favorite scenes from the anime. Is when Tien blasted the crap out of Cell after he absorbed Android 17. He hit him with the Neo Tri Beam. He hit him like probably 10 times. That part was awesome. It left a gigantic crater in the ground. Okay, I have not played A Link to the Past, but I've played a little bit of the original Harvest Moon. I actually got it on the Wii Virtual Console, and it was kind of tough, if I'm being honest. They don't really tell you what you need to do. It's just like, do it. I need to get him away from that tree. He's like bouncing there and hitting me. I don't know how, but I'm gaining health when I do that Kami transformation. Okay. Yeah, for real, like, they did not hold your hand at all. You didn't even have an energy bar in the original Harvest Moon. You just kind of had to pay attention to the characters' animations, from what I remember, which is pretty interesting in terms of UI design. But in terms of user friendliness, it's not the greatest. That's why I really like Stardew. It's awesome in terms of user friendliness. So I guess playing Link to the Past is kind of what um, made you really enjoy the Zelda series. Ooh, I need to transform or something. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting nothing but energy here. There we go. Alright, transform. Oh no. Oh, I need to scan him. I also need to scan 18 and 16 while I'm at it. I completely understand that. The experiences you have as a child are really, they kind of mold you, and so I can understand that. I got Animal Crossing Wild World when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I think that's what caused me to have such a great appreciation for that series. It definitely wasn't one of the first games I played, um, but it was the first of the Animal Crossing series that I played, and just good game overall. Okay, let's see if I have a sensu bean, because things are not going well. Ooh. Ooh, that is a tough question. Oh man, I died. I've never really been into speedrunning. I can appreciate it as kind of like an art form, especially with the way people find kind of exploits and stuff to be able to skip ahead in games. Um, if I had to choose a game to speedrun, it would probably be the original Jack and Daxter. That's a great game. I've completed it a couple times. I actually got 100% one time, and it's just an overall fun game to play. I think they kind of ruined the series after the first game, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, I might want to go grind a little bit. What about you? Are you into speedrunning at all, and have you ever speedrun any games? Alright, I'm gonna save, maybe go grind just a bit here. Let's see. I think it might be up here. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Um, I just don't think I could see myself speedrunning a game. I feel like I would get frustrated easily. A lot of the things they do to kind of skip in games, they're like frame perfect, and I'm just not sure I could pull it off, especially with the pressure of like live streaming it. Doesn't seem like it's for me. Okay, I'm trying to find out where I can grind. If you could speedrun a game though, is there one that you would like to, or you'd like to give it a shot? Okay, Super Mario Sunshine. That is a great game, but I recently played it in the Mario All Stars collection, and the movement is very difficult, especially in the sections without FLUDD. Um, but yeah, that's a great game. I really like FLUDD. I think that Sunshine and Galaxy are probably my two favorite 3D Mario games, if you don't count the more level-based games like 3D World and 3D Land. Those are really good games too. So do you ever watch like the Games Done Quick charity live streams? You ever watch anything like that? Since you seem to have an interest in speedrunning. Okay, yeah, I thought it would be something you'd be interested in. Um, it sounds kind of mean, but I used to like to watch the Games Done Quick cringe compilations. There's some pretty entertaining stuff that comes out of those. I haven't watched those in years though. The cringe compilations. I completely agree. They can be quite funny. Um, I really like the one where the dude's like, "Can you just be quiet?" Yeah, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. He's like, "Can you stop talking?" Chibi, I think, is the guy's name that wouldn't quit talking. I like RPGs, but grinding's probably my least favorite part. That it can. That it can. I've never played Chrono Trigger, but I've heard that it's actually one of the few RPGs where you don't really have to grind, and I think that's a good thing. I'm gonna have to check it out one of these days. Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm knocking on death's door. Let's transform into Kamikalo. We'll gain back some of our health. So have you played Chrono Trigger? Cool. Well, I'll definitely have to check it out then. I'm a pretty big RPG fan, especially if they don't require a lot of grinding. Oh no, they killed me. And it's been a while since I saved. That's okay. That's okay. What a pain. Okay, I think I might go back and grind that flamethrower robot. Seems like these snakes are giving out quite a bit of EXP. My favorite RPG. I've always been a big Final Fantasy fan. Well, I guess I shouldn't say always. My first Final Fantasy was 12, and it's not really that appreciated by the fans of the series. I would say 12 is definitely up there for me, though. It has some issues with the story. I can't deny that. But I just love the MMO style gameplay. And I really like the characters, especially Balthier. Vaughn is also kind of cool, although he's a bit on the bland side. And then another good one that isn't really liked too much by fans either is Final Fantasy 15. I really like that one. That one brought a tear to my eye at the end, watching the credits. Yeah, people always find something to complain about. Um, I kind of get it. If you've really been looking forward to the next Final Fantasy game, and then the next one comes out and it's not really something that you were hoping it would be, then I can understand the frustration. I was the same way with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm actually looking forward to Final Fantasy 16 quite a bit. Um, I like that they're going back to the high fantasy setting, and I'm hoping that'll be a good game. Hit him with that special beam cannon. So what about you? I know you said Chrono Trigger is in your top 5. Any others that really stand out for you? Mother 3. I tried that one out, and I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I really like the art style, and I love the humor of the game, but I wasn't a huge fan of the combat in that one, and I'm not sure why. It just didn't really stand out too much for me, though. Yeah, I'm kind of picky with like turn-based games. I don't know why, but like the only turn-based games I've ever really been into get into or been able to get into are the Pokemon games. I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan. I've played every game, or I've played one game from every generation, um, and they just keep bringing me back. Of course, with Sword and Shield, I was a little on the disappointed side, but I actually still completed the Pokedex and had a. I think I played about 80 hours of Pokemon Shield. So is it the story of Mother 3 that really ticks all the boxes for you, or the characters, or the gameplay, a little bit of all of the above? The music, okay, that's interesting. I haven't really. So I've heard or seen a lot of praise for the game's story, especially the ending. I think the ending's great, um, but I haven't really seen too much praise for the music. That's interesting. And of course, characters they can make or break a game. So I get where you're coming from with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna take Piccolo to level 30, and that should be good to fight Android 17. Yeah, I agree. That's the thing I like about video games, I guess, is they're more interactive, and I think they can kind of get to you more on a personal level after you've experienced the game with these characters. And that was part of what really stood out for me with Final Fantasy 15. I like the road trip element of the game. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's like a boy band simulator," but that may be true with the characters' designs. But I don't know. I like their interactions with one another. If anything, that's probably the best part of Final Fantasy 15 are the characters' interactions. I think Square did a great job with writing the characters and creating the little small snippets of dialogue you hear as you travel through the world. And then at the end, I'm not sure if you've finished the game or if you've ever played it, but at the end you get a slideshow of pictures taken during the character's journey, and then it just plays with the song "Stand by Me." And my God, that was whoever wrote that. They did a great job. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, like I wasn't a huge fan of the story itself in Final Fantasy 15, but the characters were just so good that I can overlook the story. I think the worst part about that game was the fact that they made so many different pieces of media that you have to consume if you want to get the entire story. Like I think they made a web comic and an anime series, and I think they just went a bit overboard with trying to tell the whole story. I prefer something that's more self-contained. Um, but yeah, they did a great job with the characters themselves. Okay, I'm just about done grinding with Piccolo. I actually saw a level 30 Piccolo door earlier. What do you mean when you say something a little more? Oh, do you mean cut and dry? Yeah, I completely agree. It's, in my opinion, you shouldn't expect your people playing your game to have to go consume a whole bunch of different pieces of media just to get the story. Okay, time to go fight Android 17. Oh no, these guys are gonna all gang up on me. It's the purple attack. Yeah, for real. Like nobody likes homework, and then you're gonna tell me, oh well, you want to get the full story of Final Fantasy 15? Go watch this anime, read this comic, maybe go read this poem. But I'm confident that Yoshi P, the guy that's working on Final Fantasy 16, I'm confident that he'll do the series justice with this new game. And so that's one reason I'm really looking forward to it. I heard that he is the guy that kind of turned around Final Fantasy 14. I'm sure you know that was a big mess when it came out. So a lot of people like it now. Personally, I haven't played it. I'm not really into MMOs, but I think he'll do a good job with 16. Alright, Android 17, round 2. Might hit him with a special beam cannon as well. I'm gonna hold off on using my transformation right away. Okay. Now is the time to use Kamikalo. Yeah, for one, I don't really like the idea of having to buy the game itself and then also having to pay a monthly subscription just to play that game. I think it's bad enough that we have to pay the monthly PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live fees, but then you're gonna make me pay a fee just for one particular game. I'm not really into that. But for the people that do like it, I mean, more power to them. I feel like he is just wiping the floor with me. Okay. Okay. There we go. One more hit. So Hylian, I don't know if you noticed, but Android 16 just said that he was detecting 2 powers. But if you recall, Piccolo fused with Nail on Namek. Um, so wouldn't 16 detect 3 powers? Unless by this point Piccolo and Nail have like completely merged as one, I guess. Um, just something to think about. Oh my gosh, he's got honey all over his face. That's really gonna be a tough thing to clean out of his fur. I'm not envious of you. Oh, okay. I hadn't considered the fact that they used to be one person. That's it's actually a very nice observation. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to break out like the Dawn dish detergent or something, the heavy stuff to get that honey out of the fur. Oh my, yeah, I would not want to have to clean honey out of carpet. So I'm guessing you have like tile flooring in your kitchen. Piccolo just got wrecked. Hey Hyland, if you played DBZ Budokai, the first one, do you remember the what if scenario where Cell absorbed Krillin instead of Android 18? That was a really wacky scenario, but I just loved it. I also like the scenario. I can't remember which game it was in. I think it was Budokai 2, maybe also in Budokai 3, where Goku accidentally fused with Mr. Satan, or Hercule, as he was called in that game, and I think he became Gokul, which was hilarious. I think when Cell absorbed Krillin, he was orange. I could be wrong though. It also could have been my TV. Might not have had the best color range or the correct settings. And then I also really liked in Budokai 2 when you would mess up the fusion with Goten and Trunks, and he would either end up really fat or really skinny and old, like he did in the anime when they messed it up. Ooh, sorry about that. Accidentally bumped the mic. Okay, this is the part I was talking about. Tien versus Cell. Doesn't look like he's gonna do the Neo Tri Beam though. I can understand. They didn't really have a lot to work with on the GBA. Yeah, for real. I want to say that was Budokai 2 as well. Maybe in Budokai 3. I really liked when he absorbed Piccolo, and he had like the cape and the shoulder. I don't know what you would call those shoulder pads that Piccolo wears. That was awesome seeing Boo dressed like Piccolo. Okay, let's go ahead and save the game. So from what I recall, we're basically nearing the end game section of this game where you don't really get too much filler, and it's mostly just story back to back. Okay, Vegeta's 28. I always thought Trunks looked the coolest with the long hair after he came out of the hyperbolic time chamber. Trunks has a cool character design all around though. I love the Capsule Corp jacket, the sword. He really pulls it off. Although it kind of looks inaccurate here. I thought when Trunks went into the hyperbolic time chamber, he was wearing the Saiyan battle armor. I don't remember him wearing the jacket and sword after he came out of the chamber. Oh, I guess this is where they get the armor. So I guess I was wrong. Or maybe not. Maybe she only gave it to Goku and Gohan. Let's go see if we can find Trunks and scan him for the scouter. It's probably not down here anymore. Nope, just Popo. I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I'm actually gonna wrap up soon. I might go try to fight Cell. I'm sure Vegeta's underleveled, at least for my skill. And then if I can't defeat Cell, I'll probably wrap up for the night and maybe do some off-screen grinding. Guess we're gonna get to. Ooh, we got some either alligators or crocodiles. Alligators. I can never tell the difference, at least at a first glance. Those are some tough fellas. My goodness. Yeah, just those alligators nearly killed me. Have another capsule here. So, Hylian, have you heard that Webfoot is supposedly working on another DBZ game in the style of the Legacy of Goku series? I follow them on Facebook, and they tweeted a while back. I don't remember how long ago it was. I think it's been quite a while at this point. But they tweeted like a picture of Goku. But it had like a 3D art style, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I realized that they were just kind of going with the limitations of the hardware when they made this game. But I wouldn't really mind if they made like a Dragon Ball Super game in this art style. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who at least caught wind of that. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I just wasn't really digging the art style that I saw in the teaser picture they made. Saber-toothed tigers. Down. They're gonna get me down. There we go. It's gonna aggro a couple of these gators. Have you played the Xenoverse games? Can't remember if you said you've tried those or not. I got the first Xenoverse game on sale a few years after. Actually, I think it was not long after the second one came out. I didn't really like the gameplay of it. Wow, we are fighting a ton of new enemies. I have a feeling these pterodactyls are pretty strong. So what did you think of Xenoverse? I also didn't like the hub world they used for like the main menu system. It just felt unnecessary. Could you imagine Vegeta just out in the wild beating up alligators and saber-toothed tigers? Yeah, I don't doubt that it happened at some point. Although I'm not sure that they would have given him as much of a fight as they're giving me. Good gravy. At this point in the series, Vegeta has enough power that he could probably destroy these islands just with a blast. So it's weird to think that some saber-toothed tigers would give him any challenge. Ooh, we've got a lost Namekian. Let's scan him. Okay. See if this guy has anything to say. Reginald. Looks like he's cultivating a Zen garden. You always come up with some good questions. If I were a race in the DBZ universe, who would it be? I really like Hit. I think Hit looks awesome. So either Hit or if you're familiar with the Majin race, the Majin Buu race that they introduced in that MMO, the DBZ MMO, maybe that as well. I also like the look of Frieza's race for the most part. Frost in Dragon Ball Super looks awesome as well. So does Cooler. Frieza I'm not a huge fan of. I probably like his third form more than the others. That's a really tough question. And then the Mechians are also cool because they can regenerate their limbs. And then of course Saiyans, because they seem to have like near limitless power as long as they don't die. And you, what race would you be if you could choose one? if you can choose one, because like I said, I'm having a hard time just picking one. We gotta scan cell real quick. Oh no. So this transformation is clearly Super Vegeta because I'm extremely slow now. I can barely keep up with Cell. I'm thinking he might beat me. I might have to use my capsules. Let's use that strength plus 5, and then we'll use the power as well. Oh, we got some health. That's much needed. He keeps getting me with the absorb technique. Oh man, he got me with a Kamehameha. Like, even running, just Vegeta is so slow right now. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I won that. Okay, yeah, Namekians they're awesome. Piccolo he's one of the coolest characters in the series, hands down. This is definitely my favorite form of Frieza. I like his deeper voice when he's in the second form. I think he looks a lot cooler than his perfect form. Too bad we didn't really get a ton of screen time with second form Cell. They basically skipped Krillin coming in with the self-destruct button for the androids. Yeah, I think Vegeta screwed up. Okay, I guess we'll fight him as Trunks now. And Trunks is also super slow. Super Trunks, super slow Trunks. But at least he seems to be doing a bit more damage than Vegeta was. I could really use a Sensu Beam, but I haven't seen Yajirobe around in a very long time, which doesn't surprise me because things are starting to get pretty heavy at this point. I need some health ASAP. This energy's not gonna cut it for me. And chicken wings aren't gonna help either. Yeah, I feel like I'm dead. Oh my god. I barely beat him. Okay, cool. Yeah. Um, I'm in the Discord, so same goes to you. And yeah, that was a tough one. I don't think it would be as bad if they weren't so slow. Cell is just so much faster than them, and you have to run to be able to kind of go at the normal pace. I can't believe we're already getting close to the end of this game. It seemed like as a kid I played for, it felt like hundreds of hours on this game. It might not have been that long, but we are nearing the end game. Alright, so I think now that I have beaten Cell, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. Yeah, completely understandable. You're gonna have to get that honey off. So no issue there. And like I said, I think I'm going to end the stream for tonight anyway. Thanks again for stopping by. Let me see. I don't think any of the people I follow are live right now. Yeah, so we can't really do a raid. Raids are always fun. But anyway, thanks for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate the support as always. And if you stream tomorrow, then I'll definitely stop by as soon as I can. As soon as I can find a place to save, that is. There we go. Yeah. I will talk to you later as well. Thanks again to everyone that stopped by tonight. I really appreciate all the support. We're trying to grow the channel and play some good games along the way and just chat with some fun people. So everyone have a nice night. Thanks.